Hi guys, welcome back for another book review. So today we're going to talk about Fate Calls the Elf Queen. This book is not released yet. It will be released on October 26th. This is book 3 in the series. This is my first ARC book, and I was super stoked when it came through because I was going to read this book whether I was chosen as one of the ARC readers or not on it, to be honest, because if you look through my recommendation videos, this series is one I had recommended. So I actually love this series to begin with. So I totally squealed and got excited at 9 o'clock at night and over when I saw the email pop through on my phone. Okay, so this is book 3. This is a fantasy book, and it is mild spice. I would not even consider it spicy at all because I do read smut, but I would just consider it, dark fantasy. But depending on your spice tolerance, I would just say very mild spice. There's not a whole lot of it in there, and what is in there is not very graphic. Your goods, but it is still an adult fantasy book. And we'll go from there. So here's my thoughts on this. I'm trying not to get too excited over this because I just finished it in the last 2 hours. And like I said, I love this series to begin with. So I'm trying not to get too hyped up over it. This series. So book 2 left on a cliffhanger. And this book picks up where book 2 left off. And if you know anything about her abilities, her world building is top tier anyways. And when she adds in all the aspects of this book, she added a whole new level. It's mind blown. It's just mind blown. And the way her characters on this one, and the characters do pick up also from where book 2 ended on the cliffhanger. I'm trying not to give too much away for anybody who's not read book 1 and book 2. I really don't want to give any spoilers away. But what goes on and the situations between the main characters in this book, it rips your heart out and it drags it through the dirt. I'm not even going to lie to you. She is so good at letting you step into her character's feet anyways and into their shoes. With this one, it was just as good. And so all the stuff that's going on and the tension, your heart is getting pulled through the dirt. I even told my husband at one point when I was reading in bed, I was like, oh, my heart hurts. And he's like, why? So, of course, I read him why in the book. So I'm telling you, this one's really going to put you in your feels, which isn't a bad thing. It's a good thing. Who doesn't want that? Her world building is great. She picks up, like I said, from where book 2 ended. It's a lot. When book 2 ended on its cliffhanger, I was kind of unsure how I felt about it. Because if I'm 100% honest with you, I really liked the way book 1 and book 2 were going. I didn't feel like it needed that. But after I had sat and thought about it and stewed on the book 2 a little bit in its cliffhanger, I was like, she's got a lot of possibilities. There's got a lot of places she can go with this. And so then I got myself excited and nervous. Man, I wish I had not even questioned it. I should have just had that faith because I didn't need to question it. I should have had faith because it is amazing. So, if you like fantasy, this is for you. If you like mild spice or just regular dark fantasy, adult fantasy, I wouldn't say dark fantasy. I guess it could be listed, but I don't think it's dark fantasy. I just think it's adult fantasy. If you like adult fantasy, pick it up. Try it. Like I said, not super spicy. I'm not even mild spicy. Like I said, I'm not even sure I'd consider it spicy at all. But I love the romance in it. She does have a knack for the romance without having to add spice. She can get you really into it without adding that spice. So, you like fantasy, you like romance, go for it. You love the elves, fae, whatever you want to call them, go for it because they are so good. These are such good series. If those are not for you, skip on the book. I don't want to see her get a bad review from someone who's reading fantasy when they don't like fantasy. If you love fantasy, pick this book up. If you don't, pass on it. That's okay. I'm excited to see what everybody thinks once it comes out because I know I loved it. And you got to give this author some props because she did a beautiful job with this book.